This Brandon with just one more yard. Today we got who we got in the building? Not in the building, but who we got with
Coach
us?
V, Coach V in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on, people?
All right, we got Coach V in the building. He gonna tell you a little bit about himself, where you how he started out coaching. So how did you start out being a coach?
Man, long story. I was offered a job to coach for the youth league probably 2000 and maybe 8. But I turned it down, 'cause I was a little rough around the edges. I didn't know how to deal with the kids. I knew how to deal with my kids, but not nobody else's. And I really didn't know how to coach football. I knew football, but I didn't know how to coach it, you know what I'm saying? So I had my son, he probably was around about 5 and a half, and he wanted to play. So neighborhood friend, partner I grew up with, Carlos Hines, he was coaching at the time, and I took my son to play for him. So I'm sitting on the sideline, just watching, chilling with some more parents, just being a dad. And messed around, and he asked me, did I know anything about football and lineman? Well, of course, I played lineman in high school, so I knew all about it. Went over there, gave him a little input, a little insight, and he asked me, man, you think you'd be interested in coaching? I had a little reserve at first. I was like, nah, I don't know, but once I got out there and seen how it was fun, you know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, let's do it. And I almost got fired the first year. And we don't get paid to do this job, you know what I'm saying? So
How you get on? How you almost get fired?
well, like I said, I was rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Being from Haywood, being a former Tomcat myself, that purple pride is deep in the blood. So, I didn't like losing. And when I first started, it was rough. We had a young team, and they was used to losing. They hadn't been winning a lot, hadn't won a game actually. And that did something to me because I take pride in what we do and where we come from, and I didn't like that our little kids out here getting beat like that. So, halftime, I was a little rough, no cursing or nothing like that, but I'm going in like I'm Rambo or something, because I hate losing, but it wasn't no harm or nothing like that. I just want my kids to play hard. I want them to give maximum effort. So, I was a little rough, and the parents didn't like that. So, I got a call. Coach V, I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's going on? You gonna have to tone it down a little bit, or we might have to pull you back. Yeah. So I'm like, wow, this football, I'm not used to that. Cause football, when I came up, I was born in the '80s, so we played a lot of backyard football, and it's a gladiator sport, so I wasn't used to that. But I had to understand coaching kids. So I couldn't coach them like I played. So that's how I almost got fired. I was going in at halftime, and the parents heard me yelling, and they didn't like my tone. So they was like, nah, we don't want him out there. He too serious. But a lot of parents don't understand that playing this sport, it's a mentality you have to have in order to succeed. And it's hard to instill that in kids. And I had to understand that kids ain't gonna have that mentality that we as grown men have, or we had back in the day when we came up. So, I had to tone it down, and I had to really learn how to coach. And I thank Coach Arby Williams and Coach Terry Wayne Walker for helping me with that, and Tyrone Hines too, because, those guys kind of gave me some insight on how to coach, put a game plan together, put a practice together, and run it the right way. That's where I'm at today, 10 years later. You know what I'm saying?
So I with the so with your drive by you having a passion for coaching and stuff like that, like how you be wanting, how like when you was a football player and you were like, man, I get the type of drive I got for football. A lot of time being to the kid, like being a kid. They kind of make you mad and stuff too. So how did you build a passion up inside a kid?
Well, I had to learn that each kid is different. You know, I might can go to this kid and talk to him a little, a little brash, a little rougher than I can with this kid. This kid might be a little more sensitive, but he a good player, he a good kid. So I just had to learn how to balance and coach everybody, make it fun for them. That's what I did. I made it fun for them. And at the same time, they don't know that they're learning a skill. They don't know that they're getting in shape. Like when we get them in shape and we do our cardio, we make it a race and a relay for them. So they having fun. They're racing, but they're getting in shape. So I had to learn how to find what button to push, what kid button I can push this way, and how to build confidence. Because as a kid, 9 times out of 10, they don't know they can do it. So you have to constantly tell them, man, you can do this. You can do this. I believe in you, and encourage them. Because to be honest, coaching youth sports, a lot of kids don't get that encouragement at home. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of absent fathers within the youth sports ranks. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I wish more fathers would take the time out to spend time with their little boys and little girls, because we got girls that play football too, especially in our league. So, it's just, you gotta find the buttons to push. You gotta find what makes a kid tick. And you gotta talk to them too. Because a lot of time a kid can be good, but he got problems or he going through something. So you gotta notice that, you know what I'm saying? And over the years, I became good at noticing that. And I developed bonds with my kids. They just not my players. They like an extension of my son. So once they leave my team, I still got a bond and a relationship with them all through life, no matter where they at, what they doing, or what they got going on. So that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? That's what give me the drive to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? For free. This the best job I ever had that I don't get paid for. So yeah, that's how I get down. You know what I'm saying?
So how you build your kids up? I know you want to win this season, but what you think that you change different? Like after y'all coming off a losing season, what you think you change different in the method?
Well, the year before this year, it was a painful season for us. You know what I'm saying? A bad season. So when we approached this season, I just was like, hey, it's gonna be one day, one game at a time. We're gonna start out as a 0, but if we get to a 2 or 3 at the end of the year, I did my job. Cause with coaching, sometimes you're gonna have a team that's loaded. I mean, you stacked all the way across the board. You got depth. Everybody can plug and play, and they got a passion for it. That's what I had 2019 through 2021 when we made those runs and we was knocking at the door of it could have been a back-to-back championship, but unfortunately 2020 we didn't play due to COVID. Came back 2021. We was undefeated all the way to the semifinals, and we met a stumbling block, a team that we had faced previously, and they knocked us out. So we came back that next year after that. We approached it different. Every season is a different challenge. You don't know, hey, this kid, he might take a step forward, might take a step backwards. You might get a new kid in that's better than a kid that's been starting for you for 3 years. So now you got to figure out how to keep that kid on the field, plus put this kid in and play him too. Utilize your weapons. Build a game plan around the weapon that you have. Find a scheme that's going to fit the talent that you have. See, a lot of coaches that I've seen, they like to, coaching is an ego-driven thing. So everybody thinks their scheme is the best scheme. I don't think that. I think the adjustment is the best thing. If I can make the adjustments during the game or adjustment during the season, from season to season, we can get better. They're learning different things. So, I had to change up this year because I didn't have a big enough line to do some of the things I've used to do. So we had to run the ball outside a little more, use our speed a little more. And it took us some time. But through the season, we got better, and we made it to the championship. We fell short, lost to Cordova, but we made it to the championship. And to be honest, when we first started this season, I didn't think we could get that far. And that's my fault. I'm sorry, kids. That's my fault, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that team I had this year was a special team, you know what I'm saying, as well as my past championship team. But this team right here, they especially my quarterback, you know what I'm saying, he grew on me a lot this year because he became a leader, he gained confidence, he got more physical, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Chan, man, you know what I'm saying? Channing Evans, he did his thing this year, my quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Well as C3, CP, you know what I'm saying? And the rest of the gang, you know what I'm saying? They know who they are. The 8U team, Haywood Tomcats, HYS, so, you know, and I'm looking forward to starting back up this year.
Yeah, what you got coming this 2026 season?
Oh man, this is a big year because it'll be my 10th year coaching. Hope I get coach of the decade, you know what I'm saying? If anybody listening, hope I get coach of the decade, you know. But for real though, this will be my 10th year coaching. And last year, shout out to my boy Marquette, man. He been coaching with me 10 years. He started with me. He got his first championship last year, man. You know what I'm saying? Hard fought 10U head coach. You know what I'm saying? Him and Coach Perm and the guys, Coach Chris, they finally got their first one last year. And I'm proud of those guys. Like I said, man, it's 4 teams in our league. So this year, got some big things coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I get a part of that championship 6U team from last year. They come to me. So, boy, hey, man, be on the lookout, man, for man, little LJ, man, little Zola, man. I'm telling you, boy. Hey, these little dudes right here, man.
Hey, in the last thing you want to get a word? Want to say to the world?
Man, listen, man. HYSU Sports, man. Donez Richmond. That's our director, our commissioner. You know, he brought me in 10 years ago. He said he saw something in me, you know what I'm saying, that was equal to how his passion was when he started doing it, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't ever want to really coach at first because, for one, I didn't have confidence I could do it, but just want to let everybody know, man, this year, HYS 2026, man, we got some big things going to happen for us, man, because we about to take over. We got some new teams coming in the league, you know what I'm saying? So y'all need to stay tuned. Y'all need to come support, man. You know what I'm saying? Brownsville, Tennessee, Haywood County. Hey, this youth sports program, we are producing pit bulls, man. I'm talking about we're finna make a powerhouse. So for the years to come, just know we get them first. HYS gets them first. And when we turn them loose, straight pit bulls, man. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all be on the lookout.